Let me submit to you that when it comes to the subject of worship, there are only 5 acceptable postures, and folding of arms is not one of them. Crossing of legs is not one of them. Being indifferent is not one of them. Now, I want you to understand that one thing that God desires beyond everything else is the desire to be worshipped. God is looking for worshipers. He's not looking for men to pray. He's looking for people to worship him. He's not looking for men to dance. He's looking for people to worship him. Worship sits at the pinnacle of God's presence. So much so that where he is seated, the Bible helps us to understand that he is surrounded by thrones. And those thrones are occupied by 24 elders. And every time God shows up, now understand that these are not ordinary men. They are seated on thrones, which means that they have dominion. Are you understanding what I'm saying? They are seated on thrones, which means that these are the men who govern the affairs of the universe. They are seated on thrones, meaning that these are the men who co-govern with God. Are you with me? They are seated on thrones round about him, and they are involved in ruling the universe. And every time God shows up, watch this, they take off their crowns, they place it on the ground, they fall down on their faces, and they worship the one who sits on the throne. These are spiritual entities that have proximity to God. They understand something about worship that you and I seem to be oblivious to. And so in this passage, we are shown one of the ways by which worship, the posture of worship, is acceptable before the Lord. When they saw the child, what did they do? They fell down and they worshiped him. You'll never ever hear worship related with sitting in scripture. It is only you who does that. It's only you. So there are 5 postures of worship. The first acceptable posture of worship is standing. The second acceptable posture of worship is kneeling. Are you understanding what I'm saying? You either stand to worship God, you either kneel to worship God. The third acceptable posture of worship is lifting up of hands. That is the third acceptable posture of worship. Every time worship is mentioned in scripture, it's either people standing, it's either people kneeling, it's either people lifting up their hands to worship him. The fourth acceptable posture of worship is to prostrate before him. You fall down face first to worship. And the fifth posture of worship that is accepted before the Lord is when your hands are stretched forth.